All right, well today folks, what we're going to do, we're going to be making one of my favorite breakfasts, and then what that is a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, and we're going to do it all in cast iron. Now, I've got my cast iron 12-inch skillet here. You could make homemade biscuits if you wanted to, but I've got Best Choice Jumbo Flaky Buttermilk biscuits, and there's 8 in a can. And what I generally do in order to make my biscuits in a cast iron skillet, I've got my oven preheated at 350 degrees, but I usually just take and just rub a little butter in the bottom of my skillet and around the sides a little bit, like that right there. And then we take our biscuits and we'll place those in the can, or take them out of the can and place them into the skillet. Now, you got to be careful about that, because that'll do that every time when you open biscuits. They're liable to pop like that on you, so you got to be careful. But anyway, you just take your biscuits, lay them around. There's 8 of them, so they fit perfect in a 12-inch cast iron skillet. Now, what we're going to do today, if I don't drop my biscuits off on the floor here, but anyway, place these in here like this right here, and the closer you get them together like this, the more they'll rise higher. And so I've got those in there perfectly. We've got our sausage. I like mild sausage. This is Williams brand. And what we're going to do first, I'm going to go ahead and place my biscuits in the oven in preheated 350 degree oven for about 22 minutes. And the reason why I'm going higher than what the actual package says to do is because the cast iron is not all that warm right now. It's warm, but it's not real hot. And so it takes a minute to preheat the cast iron skillet. That's one thing that a lot of people don't do. They don't preheat their cast iron, and it causes a problem. But so what you have to do in order to compensate for that is just add a few more minutes to your time for cooking your biscuits. Now, a couple other things I want to show you here. Of course, naturally, we got our sausage, but I want to show you guys something that Teresa bought me. These are Blackstone egg rings, and of course, they've got a swivel handle on them. They're silicone, and they're perfect for cooking so many things. They're dishwasher safe, and but you can cook eggs in them to make a perfect round egg for like a sausage sandwich like we're going to make. You can actually put hamburger meat, ground hamburger meat in, make a perfect patty. You can also pour pancake batter in there and make a perfect round dollar size, what we call dollar size pancake if you wanted to. So we're going to use those today, but what you need to do before you use them, you definitely need to add a little non-stick cooking spray to it so your eggs don't stick to it. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to go ahead and grab another skillet. This is Teresa's favorite skillet. This is Ree Drummond's Pioneer Woman skillet, and it became one of my favorites too. I really like it. It seasoned up real well, and we're going to cook our sausage in that. I'll get that started, preheated up to about medium, and I'm going to cut my sausage into patties. And of course, you know as well as I do, sausage comes with markings on here to cut whatever size you want. I don't usually stick to that very close, but I get close to it. And a little trick that you can learn about cooking sausage is, number one, have a good sharp knife. But number two is don't let your meat get completely thawed out. You want to, if anything, put it back in the freezer for a short period of time to let it firm up a little bit. And so, I mean, they cut perfect. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and go over here to the stove, and I'm going to place those in, and we're going to start cooking those. I know these are probably a little bit thicker than you may like, but they're going to cook down a little bit. We'll get our sausage in here and get it started cooking while our biscuits are cooking in the oven. And while that starts to cook down, we'll be back here in just a little bit, and we'll put all this together and show you how we make our favorite sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit sandwich. Okay, well, we've got our sausage cooked and everything, so it's looking real good. We got that fried up like we like them. And always on pork, you want to try to get your pork to about 165 degrees. I'll go ahead and put these silicone egg rings on here. Now what you want to do is, just like I said earlier, take a little cooking spray and be sure and spray the inside of them real well. I've got my griddle preheating here, so we're just going to crack our egg and pour our egg off in here like this. And let that begin to cook. You want to salt and pepper it a little bit. And we're waiting on our biscuits to get completely done. I had to bump them up a couple more minutes because they wasn't brown like I like. And I like my biscuits good and brown on top. Now all I'm going to do is just poke this yolk a little bit to break the yolk to make an egg sandwich. And we'll let those cook for just a minute. And it's about time to go ahead and pull these biscuits. So we'll get ready and do that while these eggs start to harden up a little bit. Turn this off. And let's see what these biscuits look like. Oh yeah, look at that. Now, that's the way you do it. Now you could make homemade biscuits if you want, but why? I mean, why would you want to? When you can buy store-bought, look at that. Look at the, and they don't even stick. I mean, when you put a little butter in your cast iron skillet like that and cook them, and like I said, when you got a colder or cooler cast iron skillet, be sure and add 5 or 6 minutes to the cooking time on your store-bought biscuits, and you'll be fine on that. This one here is starting to harden up. What you want to do on these egg rings, I wish I had this a little hotter back here. But anyway, what you want to do on these egg rings, you want to let your white begin to harden up a little bit. Break that yolk a little more. And then once they do, all you can do, you just have to pull those rings apart. And I mean, these things are so great. Teresa got those for me for something, I don't remember. But you just let them harden up a little bit, and then you'll get ready and flip those. Probably can go ahead and do this one here. And just flip it over like that, cook the other side. This one's cooking slower for some reason. I don't know what the reasoning behind that is, but anyway. Get me one of these biscuits here. And go ahead and pull them. Look how flaky them are, man. I just love that. I'll add me a little bit of cheese to mine. Now, what you can do, some people like mustard with sausage, egg, and cheese. Some people like jelly. So I've got both here. I prefer mustard on mine, actually. And so I always add just a little bit of mustard to my biscuit. Place my piece of sausage on there. And then this egg looks like it's about done. Place that on there. Add my other top of my biscuit with my cheese. And folks, there you have it. A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. What else is there to do? I'm going to say probably bite into it, wouldn't you? Wow. Folks, this is so easy, and it's so simple, and it's very economical. You know, your biscuits are probably, I don't know, $1.50 a can or whatever, if that. A couple eggs are going to cost you 50 cents maybe. A piece of cheese and, you know, sausage. It's not going to take much for sausage. But you can have these biscuits like these at some of your fast food restaurants are going to run you $3 or so. And you can have these real easy, real quick, made at home. And where else? In cast iron. So, hey, we just wanted to share our favorite breakfast biscuit with you. Sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. We hope you enjoyed this. Give it a try. Check out this video right here because it was made for you. Me and Mrs. Cast Iron. We're going to see you later on. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.